Hiya race fans, it's Alt Mega Super Tourist Championship here, race 5 of the season after a 4-month break. We are racing at the Melbourne Grand Prix Club Circuit for the second running of the 2025 Melbourne SuperSprint. A grid of 16 beautiful Australian Super Touring legends featuring 16 incredible names on the grid. Shane Bakeoff, Craig Lowndes, Scott McLaughlin, Todd Hazelwood, Todd Kelly, and Tony Ordino are in your top 6 spots. Following that, we have Tony Longhurst, Fabian Coulthard, Scott Pye, Rick Kelly, Stephen Richards, and Wayne Wakefield from 7th to 12th. Following that, Garth Tander, Chaz Mostert, Jamie Whincup, and Warren Luff. Max Wilson has decided to pull out of the season early after 3 consecutive did not finishes after Bathurst and Geelong. Now, the guy you got to watch out for is the number 35, Todd Hazelwood, starting in 5th position. Had a great run in Geelong a couple of months ago. Let's see how he does. The drivers are revving their engines now in anticipation. The anticipation of the Melbourne Super Sprint. The 5 lights are on, and it is lights out, and away we go. What a start from Craig Lowndes, leading the first corner. Todd Kelly spins out Shane Bakeoff in the first corner. That was a massive spin. Lowndes had to take evasive action there, but he's left himself susceptible to an attack from McLaughlin, and the 17 pounces, gets past to assure the lead of the race. Drivers running too wide through this tight, twisty section as Hazelwood goes up into second position, I should say, from Craig Lowndes, going into the back section of the track, going into the stadium section. 3 cars, and Fabian Coulthard runs a bit wide there, allowing Tony Ordino to get past. There's contact, and Ordino gets spun around. Going on to the second lap of racing, 2 collisions in the first lap. Fabian Coulthard, McLaughlin's teammate, getting past Tony Longhurst. Lovely move there. And Todd Hazelwood is getting within deer striking distance of the 17, and the 17's wide. They're going to run side by side. Garth Tander trying to pick up pieces from a very poor qualifying, and Hazelwood runs off the road. That was not enough racing room there for Scott McLaughlin, but these drivers are still battling hard, still battling through the tight and twisty chicane as we get onto lap 3 of 4 here at Melbourne. McLaughlin covers the inside line, but can he cover enough? But that's a question to be answered later, while the Cusco teammates let one another pass. Warren Luff gets past Stephen Richards. That is a banger move. That's well and truly banger. We've actually got a battle at the front here. McLaughlin had to run a little bit there from Todd Hazelwood, but the 35 has managed to close the gap back up to the 17 as we go onto the last lap through the chicane for the penultimate time, going onto the back and going onto the front straightaway. Hazelwood fancies himself a move, sends it on McLaughlin. He's going to have enough momentum to carry him around the outside, which he does, and Hazelwood gets into the lead with a sick move. That was amazing. A lead change at the front of the field. And Hazelwood leading into the final couple of corners, and Mostert's off. Mostert is off in the background there. Her tire lockup, there he goes, off the track into the gravel, relinquishing the Cusco. He's relinquished a couple of positions there, but out front, Todd Hazelwood is victorious at Melbourne. What a win for Matt Stone Racing. That is his top 3 after an insane race. Todd Hazelwood, Scott McLaughlin, Craig Lowndes, Todd Kelly, Tony Longhurst, and Rick Kelly in your top 6 spots. Following that, Scott Pye, Wayne Wakefield, Warren Luff, Stephen Richards, Jamie Whincup, and Chaz Mostert from 7th to 12th. Then we have Garth Tander, Shane Bakeoff, Tony Ordino, and Fabian Coulthard, who has been given a penalty for spinning around Tony Ordino. The team's championship looks very close indeed. Liqua Moly Racing getting closer to Ravenwest before the September Bathurst 1000. And so too has Scott McLaughlin gotten closer to Craig Lowndes. Well, we'll see you next time for Mount Panorama, race 6 of 7, where co-drivers and mandatory pit stops will be seen. We'll see you around.